Donald Trump finally has more indictments than he does ex-wives, and his attorneys have taken to the streets to utterly embarrass themselves.
But you dare represent Donald Trump, you're going to be ostracized. I mean, it's just amazing how they've made it. Okay.
Let me give you an example of what's occurring while we speak. A mile from here, Martha's Vineyard has its book fair. I am probably the man who's written more books than any person in the history of Martha's Vineyard. And I've probably sold more books than anybody who's speaking at the book fair. But I've been canceled. My books are not allowed to be sold at the Martha's Vineyard Chilmark Book Fair because I defended Donald Trump. Until I defended Donald Trump, my books were featured every year at the book fair. I couldn't care less about that. I sell thousands of books.
Yeah,
but you think the people of Martha's Vineyard would want to make sure that a book fair doesn't become a book unfair in which people are canceled because of exercising Sixth Amendment and First Amendment rights. Shame on the Chilmark and Martha's Vineyard Book Fair.
Welcome to TYT Overruled. I am your host, Adrienne Lawrence.
He has been indicted by Special Counsel Jack Smith in his investigation into the efforts to overturn illegally the 2020 election result.
Since his third indictment came down last week, Donald Trump's legal voices have been out in full force. Christina Bobb, for example, had to let us know that she is not scared if her motion to change venue isn't granted, and she must proceed to defend Donald Trump in the District of Columbia.
Well, overall, I mean, I would say it's a sad day, the fact that they're continuing to do this to Donald Trump. But, you know, it's fine. I have all the confidence in the world that Donald Trump is going to prevail out of this. I know there's been a lot of talk about venue and possibly changing the venue, and that's probably a good request to make. I don't know that it will happen. But even if it doesn't happen, I'm perfectly fine going forward with this case in Washington, D.C., because it's so bad. It is so poorly pled. Quite honestly, I think the victory would be sweeter in D.C., so I'm fine with it where it is.
While Trump's other legal ace, Alina Habba, didn't talk strategy, well, the attorney did make time to condemn Jack Smith for not indicting Donald Trump on charges that would have been resolved quicker.
Are you expecting to have a trial before election 2024?
I think that that's their goal. I think that realistically, you have to remember that a lot of these cases deal with classified documents and classified records, which mean that all the lawyers now have to apply for special clearance, right? So it's not a normal situation. You can't just take a classified document and review it. You have to have SCIFs. You have to have certain procedures put in place. So while I appreciate Jack Smith trying to bleed us all dry and trying to have a speedy trial, perhaps he should have taken a case that didn't involve classified documents that he now possesses that we have to now repossess and review for discovery. It's a poorly planned attack, frankly, because that's what it is. It's political lawfare. And he didn't think it through. So I think these are going to take a lot longer. I think that once the judges get a breath for how many years they've had this discovery, look at Fannie, 2 years. But she's bringing this case now. Why? Because of election interference. They want to keep him tied up in trials, keep his lawyers tied up so that we're distracted and not focused. It's not going to work. He is a machine, and he knows what he's doing in a campaign. You know, he's done this rodeo before.
Given the arguments that at least we've heard so far, I don't know that Trump will have a strong defense here, as it seems that he would like to move forward with the free speech defense.
Have you ever seen anything like what's going on? I mean, I never heard the word indictment. Then all of a sudden, over a period of a couple of weeks, you get 4 indictments. But in the other case, it's free speech. This means that we cannot ever criticize or look after election. Once that happens, you have tyranny. We can't look at elections. We cannot criticize. Well, Hillary Clinton criticized, and all of these, Stacey Abrams still hasn't conceded. I mean, all of these people criticize. I mean, you would have half of Congress right now in jail. It's the craziest thing I've ever seen.
Perhaps someone should inform Trump that the First Amendment doesn't protect calls to overthrow the U.S. government. All said, I suspect that he'll be hoping for jury nullification. That is, when jurors basically just refuse to apply the law to the facts. And that's likely why the former president does not want to face a pool of jurors in Washington, D.C.
You still going to pursue a change of venue?
Absolutely. We would like a diverse venue, a diverse jury that reflects the characteristics of the American people. It's up to the judge. I think West Virginia would be an excellent venue to try this case.
West Virginia, diverse? Last I checked, it's about 93% white and 70% Republican. Whereas D.C. is 50-50 black and white and 76% registered Democrat. But the district is also where the crime was planned and also where it went down. So do you think that Trump's case should be heard there in the district, or that he couldn't get a fair trial there no matter what he tried, and thus it need to be moved elsewhere? You let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Hit that like and follow button, and thanks for watching.